Hi, I'm Pete, and this is Eat at Pete's. We're going to go ahead and make a gluten-free gumbo today. Um, Getting this one ready for potluck, and it went over very well. Everybody enjoyed it. I don't make any claims that this is any sort of authentic. I'm not Cajun. I'm a guy in Wisconsin that cooks stuff, but it was very good, and I've made this a bunch of times. So we're going to go ahead and get our vegetables prepped. We got 4 cups of, in my case, orange peppers. And then 4 cups of green bell peppers, 4 cups of onion. That came to be 2 large ones for me, and then 4 cups of celery. That came out to be about 5 ribs. I used 7 cloves, but 5, 7, whatever you want in there. And then get all that ready. While this is going, while I'm working on this, I've got some turkey legs cooking in the oven. I'm running those at 375 for about 35 minutes in my 7-quart Dutch oven. And then I'll pull those out and pick them down, and then we'll have everything about ready to go. Don't start getting into the pot. With the rendered down turkey fat, I really don't need any additional oil. So I'm going to go ahead and get started then on putting everything together in the pot. So this is a Lodge 7-quart Dutch oven. I've got it on so that it makes it easier for you to see it. I've got it on a induction hot plate. So I've got that turkey renderings boiling off some of the liquids. I'm just going to add my chopped up half pound of diced bacon ends. And then with the half pound of diced bacon ends, we're going to go ahead and get the rest of our ingredients in the pot. Got my onions. You can see it's not too particular or too precise on exactly how they got all diced, but just needs to get same size pieces with pretty much everything. And then go ahead and get our peppers in here in just a second. All right, there's my green peppers. Celery. Then I'm going to give this a stir and get the heat turned up. You can run this pretty high for a little bit, and we'll get this cooking down. All right, maybe 10 minutes have gone by, and I've got this cooking down pretty good. Our onions are getting translucent, and I've got 3/4 of a cup of flour. We're going to go ahead and just kind of sift that in. Not really sifting, but sprinkle it in, and it's going to thicken stuff up. Sorry, the steam coming off of that was making for not the best camera shot. But so gluten-free flour has a lot of other things in it as well. It isn't flour. It isn't wheat flour like we think of it. It's got a mix of different things, often some sorghum, and often a fair amount of cornstarch. You'll notice that it thickens quite quickly here. Regular flour doesn't do it that way. It doesn't thicken quite as fast, but that cornstarch tends to thicken things really quick. 3/4 of a cup still works out to be the correct amount. If you like it thinner, you could go a little thinner, but or a little less. But it still works out to be a really good amount. And then just got to keep stirring this, keep it moving. And I've got a quart of turkey broth here that I'm going to add. And then in addition to this quart of turkey broth, I'm going to add a quart of water because I've already got some turkey stock in the bottom of this. I didn't really need to do all of that as turkey stock, so all the flavor is still there from the renderings. I'm just going to get this stirred around, and I want to try and cook this about 180. I want it just under a boil. Otherwise, some of that gluten-free flour will start to stick to the bottom of the pan. It starts to drop out when you get the heat a little too high. So I've got 2 pounds of chunked up Andouille sausage here. It's a second batch. It didn't all go in that one slide, but that helps to really give it its flavor. And then here we've got our turkey. I ended up doing 3 turkey legs and getting those all in. So then we're adding our soy sauce and our Worcestershire sauce. And the soy sauce and the Worcestershire sauce, besides flavor, give it a little bit more color, a little, more caramelized color. And then here I'm adding the Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. And yeah, somehow the camera ended up a little weird, and I'm way zoomed in on this, and I'll have to figure that out. So that's really about it. There's one more ingredient that I didn't get on film here, and that is the Crystals Louisiana hot sauce. I use about 1 to 2 tablespoons. You gotta add a little bit, taste it, and see where you're at. So one of the reasons that people usually would avoid turkey legs is the tendons. They think, sometimes you hear people call them bones. There's only one bone in a chicken, or in a turkey leg, really in a chicken leg too, but there are several large tendons. And so these tendons, when cooked, get hard and end up being like little pokey bones. And so a couple things you can do. Don't cook it as far. You really just need to get it to temp 160, 165. And in this recipe, we don't even need to cook them that far. We could get them, just most of the way cooked through, because even if they were a little underdone, we would be all set, because we're gonna get them up well above 160 as we're simmering this out. So you can see that as I get a hold of these tendons, some of them I can just pull the meat right off of. If it gives me a little trouble, I just take and put it down, and as soon as you touch the knife to it, it pretty much pulls right off the tendon. It decides it's done. It's not going to fight. So took this to a potluck. I would say we fed about 10 people. At the potluck, I had no idea how many people were going to be there, and I came home with 4 quarts remaining. So eating it for a while now. That's okay. It's really good, and that's gluten free. And now that I think about it, since I didn't use butter, it is also dairy free, in case you've got somebody in your family or friends group that needs to be dairy free as well. Thanks, and watch for more recipes.